And where we go, we start off first with the Punch in Nigeria. That's from West Africa here. That's our very first paper this morning. And the Punch is fully loaded. Let's put it that way. Fully loaded. Yes, it is. I'm going to start off with the just the first one at the top there. A blackout hits CBN, Army headquarters. Others, disco blames vandals, page 37. So it begs for question that vandals could go ahead and ensure that anyway, they vandalized the cables and so on. Is that what the discos are saying? Anyway, blackout hits CBN, Army headquarters, and others. Let's move on to another one. You find that story, by the way, on page 37. Another story this time, page 8. Osibajo gets high presidential survey rating. Tinubu's group disagrees. Osibajo gets high presidential survey rating. Tinubu's group disagrees. So there's a little pandemonium going on within the same party. Indeed. Where two people are at loggerheads because they're trying as much as possible to do what they have to do. So
I think we're going to see more of that as we proceed towards the 2023 elections.
Absolutely. And it's close by. It's just close. Anyway, read up about that on page 8. Page 22, you have that story. Lawan, other Northerners to join APC presidential race. Everyone is starting to come out like it's a football match. And we're going to have a plethora, or you're going to have a group, if you put it that way.
And it's interesting to see that they're all willing to pay the 100 million naira ticket to buy this. You know, it's very interesting. We're seeing people still struggling. People are struggling to eat. We're talking about the Minister of Education wanting to run for presidency when we're seeing that the education sector is in shambles.
That's it. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. Let's take a look at more stories from the Punch. Ida Fitri, Buhari says end of terrorism near. Governor's preach peace. Page 43 has that story. Let's go to the big one now. This time on the front page. Subsidy deductions hit states hard. Governors owe salaries. Workers lament. Page 2. No FAAC remittance from NNPC in Q1. Subsidy gulps 675.93 billion naira according to reports. Ganduje owes retirees 25 billion naira gratuities, I beg your pardon. Others, and NLC says Wike owes pensioners. Benue, Ondo, Ikiti. Others owe workers salaries, gratuities, pensioners groan. And on the front page there, you can see in Abuja, in Oyo, in Lagos, in Bayelsa. What are you seeing there? Well, Labour demands better deal salary increase from government on May Day. That's exactly what that story is about. You can see the pictures there. So much to talk about from the Punch, the front pages of the Punch. But you know what? That's where we're going to stop. Make sure you go pick it up and you can read while you relax during the break and the holiday season.
Indeed, those are very interesting stories. Well, we're heading over to East Africa, and let's take a look at the East African paper. Now, we're seeing the top story here. Congo rebels are terms to disarm. Armed groups in Eastern DRC want amnesty, release of political prisoners, their participation in socio-economic activities, and repatriation of insurgent refugees from neighboring states before laying down arms. Indeed, these are the conditions that they've given on page 45 of the East African. And then at the top of the paper, we're seeing some other stories here. Opinion, dirge to not yet late Uganda railways. And the Outlook says, is this Africa's most expensive election? I think this is a question that we're going to be asking all around Africa, seeing as even here in Nigeria, we're seeing the forms, how much these forms cost. And it's not just in Nigeria, it's in other parts of Africa as well. We also see here on the top of the paper, magazine, it says, oh, the cost and pain of planning and hosting of music festivals in East Africa. Interesting story here we see, but that's all that we can take from the East African, and we'll be moving over to our next paper.
That's right. Let's move straight to Tanzania. That's where we're going to this morning on Breakfast Central on a Monday morning. It's belated Workers' Day, so it's May 2nd. Workers' Day definitely May 1st, but this one has in the front page there something that everyone is indeed talking about, and we are saying salaries will be raised. Samia assures workers. Salaries will be raised. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the president of Tanzania, assures workers. That's what she's saying. Now, the head of states categorically, the head of states state categorically that the government will increase a public workers' salary. in the not too distant future, and also outlines several measures being taken to ensure that retirees are paid their benefits without delay. So stories on page 2. Go read it up when
Apparently
you pick
this
up
is
the
something
Citizen.
that's happening everywhere.
Oh yeah,
It's something that we're struggling with in Africa.
It's something. I mean, if you take a look at the other newspapers outside of Africa, of course, the people are still asking for increase in view, remunerations, money should go up, but it's a big problem in Africa, most importantly, where people work so hard and get paid so little.
And it's why some people don't even get excited when they hear there's an increase in salary, because they're asking, what were they doing about the previous salary? Were you even able to meet up to payment of salaries that you're increasing the rates?
I agree.